It's the NFL on EA Sports, and there's no love lost between these AFC North foes. It's the Cincinnati Bengals and the Pittsburgh Steelers on Thursday night primetime.
At the convergence of the Ohio, Allegheny, and Monongahela Rivers, we're in the football town of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania at Acrisure Stadium. Welcome in, everybody. I'm Kate Scotts, joined by Brock Heward up in our, dare we say, comfy, warm booth. But things far less welcoming down on the field, partner. The snow's been falling leading up to this one, and it doesn't look like it's going to stop anytime soon.
Can I be honest with you in the audience here, Kate?
Yeah, please do. Please do.
I was hoping for this. I love snow globe games, and as an offensive player, it's true. You know where you're going. You have the advantage. Tom Brady always used to say he loved playing in inclement weather, loved playing in the snow because it slowed everyone down to his speed, and he could take advantage of it. Keep an eye on these offenses today. They'll have their footing. They know where they're going, and this defense will have to be playing catch-up.
Boy, do we have some football weather for this one in Pittsburgh. And we're underway from Pittsburgh. For Darrell Patterson, now to return. They'll have decent field position to begin with here. Brock, he's tackled just beyond that 30-yard line. So the Steeler offense getting out there for its opening drive of the game. Steering the ship, already in charge in just his first season, their rookie signal caller from the Ohio State University.
It's always fun, puts a smile on my face when I see a rookie leading an offense out. A lot of them look like 10-year vets with confidence and poise in the middle of that huddle, in the middle of their teammates. But let's watch his first couple throws. That's where sometimes you can see some of those nerves slipping through.
And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. That play good for 17 and a first down.
Now, don't think for a second they're going to slow down the tempo. Defense on their heels. And right now is the best chance to go push that envelope and get aggressive.
Going to the ground again on first. And he's brought down for a loss.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
First carry for the versatile vet Darrell Patterson. He's descended upon quickly and dropped after it looks like a yard gain. The play brought to an end by Logan Wilson. He'll get that yard back, but no more. It's 3rd and 10. Trying to throw here out of the gun. He has the first go. Oh, he lost the football. And this is going to be a turnover. The defense forces the big play. Bailed out by the penalty. The fumble erased, and they've got new life now on this drive. Running it after the penalty. Nice cut back to the right sideline. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
Those unsung heroes, those big guys up front on the O-line, well, let's give them a little love right here, Kate. They don't always get the attention they deserve on the broadcast, but let me tell you, they played a huge role in that big old run.
They've set themselves up well for an opening drive touchdown here, Brock. It's 1st and goal. Working inside the red zone. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And they're headed in reverse after that sack.
And right there's the danger, Kate, when you put the ball in the air. How many times do we see these coordinators, when you get a nice run, right, you gain some steam on the ground, you stick with the ground game. They don't. They call the pass, and the defense reacts, and reacts well with a sack.
Headed in the wrong direction, Brock, as they take 2nd and goal now from the 13. Trying again, following the sack. He brings it in. And that's a Pittsburgh touchdown. So, Brock, this offense starting to find its rhythm a bit as they finish things with a touchdown there to give them the lead.
And the key word there that you said is finish, because you want to have that mindset, even early in the game, that field goals aren't going to cut it. So that's great work to make sure they finish with 6 points.
Chris Boswell for the point after. Snowy weather, no problem for him on that point after. And the Steelers will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Now Boswell on to send this away. Here's Charlie Jones with the return. He lost the football. And the fumble recovery is made. So here come the Bengals, ready for their opening drive. They're led out by the legend over in LSU, the former #1 overall pick in 2020, Joe Burrow.
When Joe Burrow's between the white lines, he's one of the game's best and most entertaining quarterbacks. He just has a cool factor that is the envy of so many. Nothing seems to bother them other than some injuries that unfortunately have ended seasons early. When he's on the field, timing, the anticipation, Kate, the precision with which he plays, he has very few peers.
He managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of the defense.
Here's Brown again. Doesn't get much beyond the line, a yard at most. Cole Holcomb there on the stop. Only a yard on the pickup, so that's going to bring them to 3rd down and 3. Out of the shotgun, Burrow finds his man Chase. It's a pickup of 11, and it'll be 1st down, Bengals.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
New slated downs to approach here from the 40. First down, Burrow to throw. That's incomplete, trying to set up the screen there. First time this game they've looked to him. And it's going to be 2nd down.
Hey, I know nobody's perfect, and all you have to do is listen to me and how many words I screw up. But you certainly expect those throws of that length to be 100%. They've got to be borderline automatic in this offense.
From the gun, a get to Brown. And they'll manage to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. Cole Holcomb there on the stop. 6 yards the pickup there. That's going to bring up 3rd and 4.
You make that call to just give yourself a fighting chance on 3rd down, Kate. Take at least a little bite of the big meal between them and the 1st down marker. And that should make this upcoming call a little less daunting.
3rd and short, it's Burrow. He puts some air under this one, deep right. And he's there to send that one away, incomplete.
You know, ball skills are not just a selling point for receivers entering the draft. Teams want defenders, especially in this day and age of the passing game, who can make and swat that one away. We could be looking at a huge game.
The Bengals send out the punting unit. Ooh, it's away, but he knows he mishit that one. Headed for the sideline. So this one sails over the sideline, and they'll spot it where a touchback would go at the 20-yard line. Pittsburgh getting its offense all set to go. And their goal is going to be doubling that 7-0 lead they have so far. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. And he finds space for about a 3-yard gain. Look at Cam Taylor-Britt getting up there to track that one down. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
We've arrived at the end of one on Thursday night. Neither side separating much so far. More from Acrisure Stadium after the break. Second quarter, all queued up and ready to go. It's Steeler football. They've got 2nd and 7 to start. They'll go again with Warren. And he doesn't find open space. He only finds a defender who makes the stop. No gain on that one, and now it's 3rd and 8.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard running backs say there's just times you got to run in the darkness. And when linebackers fill that hole like that right in the middle of the field, he ran right into the darkness and the pain of that linebacker.
They'll throw on 3rd and long. Pass taken in by Fryermuth. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
Ball at the 33 for first down. Shotgun snap, they're going to throw. Fryermuth there to bring it in. And he's down after getting this up to the 41.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on first down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Warren here from the gun. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that first down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he's going to throw. Finds a seam down the middle. And they can't jump to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. Give him 24 on that play. And that's a Steelers first down.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. To the air now on 1st and 10. It's caught. That's Calvin Austin. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
All set up now for 1st and 10. From the red zone now. Got Washington, it's complete. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Hey, I know it's tough to evaluate when you're playing at game speed when there's chaos all around you. But if he looked around, I'm not sure that's a throw he would make again. Even one of the biggest targets, his big old tight end, couldn't fight back to the line of scrimmage.
Here's 2nd and 11. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete.
Boy, offenses that connect in this intermediate zone are so effective. Getting a completion in that area, and not just sparks your offense, but it just turns that aggressive meter way up. They just couldn't quite find the connection.
Throwing on 3rd and long. And got his man. That's a Pittsburgh touchdown. The Steelers pull that in front further, 13-zip. All right, partner, what do you think? Was that a design read, or did he just see space and he was reacting more on the old quarterback instinct there?
Yes. I think yes on both of them, and that play happens so fast that it really is instincts on both sides.
Boswell to add the PAT. Extra point is good in this wintry weather. And the Steelers double their lead to 14. Now Boswell on to send this away. On the return, here's Jones. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Cincinnati headed back out for its second drive now. They haven't been able to get that offense going just yet, Brock. The deficit at 14. First and 10 now. Here's Burrow. Completes this one to Chase. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They managed 22 on the rip and a first down. It's the 2-minute warning now from Acrisure. The Bengals trailing on the scoreboard. On first down, here's Burrow. Completed over the middle. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
Bengals have to move here. Clock's running as they hustle to the line. From the 44 here on second down. This is hauled in by T. Higgins. And he works this to the 38 before going down. He gets 6 on that play. And it sets up a Cincinnati first down.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
That's too far in front, and it's not going to be caught.
Those passes get more and more difficult as you try to get aggressive downfield. I love the call. I love pushing the ball down the field. But the windows in the throwing lanes aren't there long, and it only takes a little bit for a throw to be off.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. To throw again, it's Burrow. And there's your man there. It's intercepted. Minka Fitzpatrick has got it.
And one of the beauties of the game of football is it never sits still. It's constantly adapting. And that nickel defense right there, critical in taking the ball away. And when you think about nickel defense, you think about Rondé Barber. Won the Hall of Fame in the summer of 2023, really revolutionizing the position of the nickelback. That nickel defender and that nickel defense, critical in that takeaway we just saw.
The offense returning to the field now as we get a look at their wideouts. They're getting close to a minute to play, Brock, and they're going to need that time with a long field ahead. Pass play on first and 10. The screen pass falls incomplete.
That play right there, Kate, that just goes to show you, you can't take any completion for granted. Even some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. So they opt for the shorter pass later in the progression on that play, Brock, but man, the defense took that away too.
Well, what they tell us yesterday in those production meetings, nothing comes easy. No easy completions from shots down the field to those checkdowns to the running back. Wanted to make this offense earn everything. And they just did.
Here he is on third and long. Complete beyond the marker. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. The Steelers calling their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position by hitting on that shot. You've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
So the big play moves him well past midfield, has him set up now at the 35. Metcalf there to bring it in. And he's down inside the red zone before hitting the deck. He picks up 15 on the play. And he'll bring up a Pittsburgh first down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
First down from the red zone. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. The Steelers get more points to end a lopsided first half. Well, they definitely wanted to get that one out quick, Brock. They did just that, and it ends in 6.
We hear it all the time, but it is so true, Kate. This is a game about matchups. And when you see a throw that quick, it really was determined pre-snap. It was great design and tremendous execution.
Boswell to add the PAT. No problems with his footing in the snow. The XP is good. And the Steelers stretch their lead to 21. Time left for maybe a return plus a play here as they send this away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. Back to throw it. Catch made by Chase Brown. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. Just before halftime, we get a timeout, take it. Here comes the final play of our first half. Looking to throw. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. So we arrive at halftime here in Pittsburgh. The Steelers leading after 2. Now it's down to Florida, where Jonathan Coachman is standing by in Orlando for the EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Back to you and Brock in a bit. But first, time for our EA Sports Halftime Report. The big story thus far has really been the snow. It's made footing treacherous. And if the forecast holds, it's only going to get worse. But I can tell you as a fan, these are the games you love to watch.
All right, thank you, Coach. And we are back and about set to begin the second half. Now Boswell on to send this away. Return starts at the 3. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. Here comes the Cincinnati offense for the first drive of our second half. All the touchdowns have come from one side of the field, Brock. They're still looking for their first points of any kind in a game that has gotten out of hand. Out of the shotgun, Burrow. That throw behind his intended target. That was Jamar Chase he was looking for there. And we'll see what they do here on second down.
That just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted, even on some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
Couldn't connect on first. It's second down. Now a shotgun handoff to Brown. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11. Burrow out of the shotgun. Has some daylight through the 40. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. This one goes for an even 25 yards. And it'll be first down, Bengals.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
New set of downs for him from the 46. First down, Burrow to throw. On target to his man Higgins. And it's going to be about a 3-yard pickup in the end. Tackling like his dad, Joey Porter Jr. making that play.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes second and third down a whole lot easier to manage.
Second down now, 7 to go. Burrow from the gun. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up.
It's pretty impressive, isn't it? They built this type of lead for themselves because that's actually, Kate, their first sack of the game. And that's why smart front offices and complete teams build a well-rounded roster. That way, if a core component like the pass rush today isn't there, well, the other areas of the team pick each other up.
Extra man in the secondary for the Steelers. Third down coming up. Burrow to the air now. And like an empty wrapper, he just throws that one away. So that play doesn't work out, but things make it even worse for them. Looks like one of their big guys out front is in need of a look from the training staff. Their punter making his way out now. And this is the second time he's been brought on to kick it. And he sends it up amongst the flurries of snow. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. Call that a booming 56 yards in the end. And the Steelers will take over possession. They're out and set, 1st and 10. A run for Warren here to start the third. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
2nd and 3 now. Warren once more. And the push forward doesn't get beyond the line. Brought down by Trey Hendrickson. Nothing gained or lost on that run, and now it's 3rd and 3.
When you rush the passer, it's kind of like tracking down a runner. That same pass, same athleticism comes to life. He looked pretty good hunting his prey right there.
Shotgun handoff for Patterson. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
New set of downs for him at the 38. This time it's a passing play. Finds him over the middle. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47.
Whole bunch of credit goes to just about everybody on that offense. Guys up front and to give the QB enough time to let that play develop. Excellent effort by that receiver to stay alive and for the quarterback to scan the field and find his completion.
On 2nd down, Warren. He's only going to manage to get back to the line. Brought down by Trey Hendrickson. Nothing for them on 2nd down, and now it's 3rd and 1.
Hey, as much as I love talking about these physical matchups, right now this is psychological. This adds some layers to this 3rd down call. Do you try your hand at another run and hope it fares better? Tougher to go back to it again when it just gets stuffed.
It's Warren on 3rd down. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. On 4th down, the Steelers are going to turn to Cameron Johnston to punt this away. And he wasn't needed at all in the first half, partner. This is going to be his first punt. And that's out. We're just waiting for the spots. They're going to say it cleared the sideline over top the 14. We've reached the end of the third quarter on this Thursday night. It's the Bengals with possession, but they're in a pretty deep hole to start the fourth. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Burrow. He's on the move. And they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Woo! I am not sure we didn't see a safety right there. Oh, my gosh. I don't think I'm the only one nervous in the building because that QB kept going back and back. It was heading right for disaster, but saved himself just a couple yards short.
They really need some chunk yardage here on 2nd down. Straight ahead, it's Brown. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. It's a gain of 5, but they're still well behind the sticks. 3rd down coming up.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
3rd and long. Here's Burrow. Escapes the pocket. He's running for it. He gets a little something out of it before sliding to a stop.
I love that play. I mean, that's quarterback 101. Nothing downfield. Get what you can with your legs, but so much more importantly, protect yourself. Availability, one of the most important abilities for any quarterback.
So out now comes the punter. And he sends this away. Definitely his best kick of the game thus far. And the fair catch brought in right at the 40. The Steeler offense set to get back on the field. And taking a look at these highlights, Brock, just a reminder of the type of game that they have had throwing the football. It really has been the key to their success.
Yeah, they've just not only stayed on schedule here, Kate. Man, they've made some music, right? Great rhythm.
Yeah.
Not just ahead of schedule, but huge plays that followed. We've seen a lot of different looks and wrinkles throughout this performance, and it's been a joy to watch.
They'll start on the ground here with Warren. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
That was the perfect play call for that particular situation. Gave him enough to pick up a first with some room to spare.
Football on that 47-yard line, 1st down. Trying an inside give to Warren. And they'll hold him up after a short carry to the 44. 3 yards on the 1st down play, and that brings up 2nd and 7.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
On 2nd down, Warren gets it again. And they bring him down around the 34. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And that's a Steelers 1st down.
Ooh, I like that call. I really like it with those sticks. You can keep them on the sidelines, and you get more than enough to get the 1st down.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Warren running between the tackles. And he'll work a little room down to the 29. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
They'll run now with Warren. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot. That brings us to the 2-minute warning in Pittsburgh. Steelers about set to celebrate this win. They have themselves another 1st and 10. give here to Warren. And he runs this down to around the 12-yard line. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5.
The humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Now Warren. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Give him 4 yards there, and they only need 1 more now on 3rd down.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign, well, they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
3rd and a lone yard coming up. They'll run with Warren. And they bring him down at the 7-yard line. They get 2 on the play, and now they've got 1st and goal.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that 1st down right there.
Now, they don't need points anymore, Brock, but can they resist piling on? Let's see. It's 1st and goal. So make a check in the win column for the Steelers. And it might take these fans some time to get out of here with this wintry weather, Brock. Snowplows definitely needed out there on those roads. They can take all the extra time to celebrate in the stands with each other, waiting to leave as their guys get the winter win. So that'll do it for this one. With Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. The Steelers are winners as we say so long from Pittsburgh.